It's going to be a great weekend out there. Well, the Badger Challenge is coming up in September. The event raises money for cancer research at the UW Carbone Cancer Center. One of the researchers who received one of those grants is Dr. Grace Blitzer, who is with us today. Thank you so much for being here.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
So your research wouldn't be possible without the money raised through the Badger Challenge. Can you talk about your work?
Absolutely. So I am a new assistant professor here at UW, and thanks to the Badger Challenge, I've been able to run a clinical trial, just a pilot, small study. But what we're looking at, so women with uterine cancer are really struggling. So the incidence or kind of amount of uterine cancer is going up each year in the United States, but the cure rate is actually going down. And that's in stark contrast to a lot of other types of cancer where we're getting better and better at treating them. But with uterine cancer, we're not. And so I'm using the money from the Badger Challenge to look to find a blood test that can help us give better therapies for women with uterine cancer.
It's really important work that you are doing. Are you in the early stages? How's it going?
Very early. So I'm
okay.
just starting my work, but again, with the Badger Challenge, my hope is to run a pilot clinical trial kind of showing that this is a test that we can do, and then use that as a springboard to get bigger grants and be able to run this test in clinical trials, if it is successful, hopefully eventually throughout the U.S.
So you did mention this. While survival rates are increasing for most cancers, they are not improving for uterine cancer or endometrial cancer.
Exactly.
That's concerning.
Yes, and it's especially concerning because uterine cancer is linked in part to obesity, so rates are going up. So it's important that we try and do everything we can to figure out ways to change that.
What's the overall goal for your research for people in this community?
Absolutely. So my goal would be to help bring new ideas from the lab, so bench research, things like this blood test, and bring them to the clinic where patients with uterine cancer, who I see every day, every week, that I can be able to help them. So kind of bridge that gap between lab research, which University of Wisconsin is great at, but getting that into the clinic to be helping patients. And Badger Challenge is one way of really helping new researchers like myself get there.
We are so proud to sponsor Badger Challenge. I'm always honored to be part of it. How important is this event to research like yours?
It's huge. It helps. Of course, I'm biased because it did help my research, but it helps everyone. It's something where a lot, I know colleagues throughout the School of Medicine and bigger, throughout the University of Wisconsin have gotten funded by this. And it helps the junior investigators or projects where we want to start an idea. It helps grow it right here. And it goes to folks at UW, which is pretty great.
It's amazing. It really is incredible, the groundbreaking research happening here in our backyard, and just remarkable to be able to meet you and to hear about the work that you're doing. So thank you so much for being here and for sharing, and best of luck with your
thank you.
research. Yes.